the CR-805B submachine gun. This SMG was added with the Biker Heist pack, and it's one of the most powerful SMGs available, alongside the Swedish K and the Krinkov. This gun has a magazine of 34, total ammo of 113, rate of fire 750, damage of 86.1, accuracy of 84, stability of 72, concealment of 15, and threat of 10. As always, my build is affecting the stats of the weapon. I do have fully loaded, so I'm getting more ammo. I've also got a little bit of increase in damage and accuracy. So let's take a look at the mods for this weapon. The only unique mods there are the medium barrel and the short barrel. Everything else is something that is shared amongst most SMGs. You can have a barrel extension, which I have the ported compensator on. You can have a boost, you can have auto single fire, you can have one of the gadgets, I have lead combo. You can have a magazine, I have the L5 magazine, and you can also put one of the sights. While I don't carry a sight because this SMG has one of the best iron sights in the entire game. So, let's see how this bad boy performs. So this weapon is pretty similar to the Krinkov and the Swedish K. If you've used those, there isn't much to say, but I guess for me, this is a good opportunity to be able to talk about these SMGs. When that big weapon rebalance came around, these weapons definitely stuck out like a sore thumb since they were so much different than the other SMG counterparts. Most of the SMGs perform well in close quarters since they're essentially bullet hoses. Lots of ammo, high rate of fire compared to other weapons, some decent stability in most cases, but bad accuracy and range in general. Most of the SMGs fit this category in one way or another. Now, the CR-805B, the Krinkov, and the Swedish K are like polar opposites of these. Low ammo, very powerful, and also very accurate. We now have 18 SMGs, and yet only 3 of them are like this. So, while 15 of the SMGs are all, pretty similar, in some cases too much so, we have 3 that are different from the rest. That in itself is a little bit depressing to me, if I may go off on a tangent. While it's nice that the main goal of the weapon changes was to make everything at least usable in some way or form so that no weapon was severely lacking compared to another, so many weapons lost any uniqueness they had, and now too many of them all do the same thing. I guess it's nice since that means you can just choose one gun that you like more than another, or probably more likely you can use something that you have access to and you don't have to buy. But it just makes them so boring. I mean, like, out of all the weapon types, you might just use like 1 or 2 weapons now instead of playing around with a whole bunch of different ones since they all fill different roles. This 805B isn't anything unique either, so, well, that kind of sucks. I mean, it's a very nice looking gun. They gave it a very nice reload animation. It has, hands down, the best iron sights in the entire game, but overall, it's nothing new. I mean, one thing that's nice about this game is the amount of variety in the weapons and stuff, but I guess at some point you hit all of the possible roles for weapons when you keep adding more and more. In any case, the CR-805B is a good SMG. The stronger lower ammo SMGs are crazy good as backup weapons. They hit as hard as the M16, 7.62, SCAR, FAL, and they can even hit similar stats for accuracy and stability, all the while being a secondary. For this weapon in particular, though, there isn't actually very many unique mods for it. I mean, you can put on the usual barrel extensions, stocks, gadgets. Those will probably be the biggest factors in changing the weapon's performance, but the only unique mods are concealment mods, which, add concealment but take away accuracy. Go halvesies or go balls deep is basically it. With the short barrel mod, though, you can get some okay concealment. Not that I have it yet, though, since I've been reorganizing my weapon inventory, and in turn, ended up buying a bunch of mods for weapons, so anytime I get a mod card at the reward screen, I never get the fucking mod I want. I'm a little too lazy to go farm jewelry store right now, so I'll just wait until I magically get it somehow. So anyway, when I said that this gun had good damage, I wasn't saying that lightly. It's got that 80 damage range, and that kind of damage shreds just about everything. It kills things incredibly fast on Death Wish. Even bulldozers don't stand up very long to it as long as you hit all your headshots. It's also got decent handling, so using it for longer ranges isn't actually all that bad. In fact, you can use it to hit snipers, and that's actually one of the main reasons why I use the 805B as well as the Krinkov a lot these days. There's some of the few SMGs that are accurate enough to be used to take out snipers. The Swedish K is too, but that thing has some funky ass recoil. Another SMG that can do it that isn't one of these stronger SMGs is the Spec Ops, or whatever it's called, the MP7. I bring that one a lot too since it's fairly accurate. I think there were a few others that you can mod them to be decent for range, but you really have to go out of your way to make them like that. I really enjoy weapons that have better accuracy since I tend to hipfire a lot. I mean, a lot. That's why it's kind of hard for me to really enjoy the other SMGs too much. Like, I'll use them because it's fun to switch it up, and I like some of them, but if I wanted something with that little range, I'd probably just put my skills into shotguns and just use those since they do the job better. In any case, similar to the 1887 shotgun that was also released recently, this weapon's main downside is just the ammo it has. It starts off at 90, with fully loaded it's 113, which I have on right now. The pickup for it is pretty abysmal, nothing really too surprising there. In this gameplay, I hit up ammo bags pretty often since, well, to get gameplay for these videos, I have to use the weapon a whole lot, but yeah, maintaining your ammo is pretty hard. If you want to give the gun single fire, or just put it on single fire, that might help you conserve. Would still be pretty effective since it doesn't need too many shots to kill stuff. But I mean, if I wanted to click that much, I'd just go with pistols instead. So, the gun itself is pretty nice, but it isn't too much different from the Krinkov. In fact, if anything, if you have all the mods for the Krinkov, that gun is probably better since you have a lot more leeway in modding. All in all, it's nice, but it's kind of like the GSPS, you know, there's already another alternative in the game and doesn't bring anything new to the table, unfortunately.
We fucking did it, lads! We stopped that white-haired fucking freak from getting the data he was after. So what do you say? What do you say we burn it, yeah? Burn it straight to fucking hell.